fans, the King of Elite Runners, Elite Godston, is back for more of, I almost want to say Pixel Gun videos, but we'll go ahead and start with that one right there. But for this one, it will not be a part 14 of my 100 weapon tier list, because I know that one just came out for May already for the month. But there's a little twist and a little new challenge for you guys. And I know I made this in my Pixelgun 3D live stream part 3, but for this one, there's a little slight twist and gimmick to it as well too. It's going to be more of a trivia challenge, and I will put down the basics for you guys right there anyway, but I'm just going to let you guys know it's more like a Jeopardy type challenge. So I'll start telling you guys the rule basics right now anyway. So here's what you guys do first anyway. Well, technically for me in general. I'll be going off each category one by one in the column section and start going down from easiest to hardest. If you get the answer correct, you get that amount of points of what you have. If you get it wrong, do not subtract. Like, do not deduct yourself points, because it'll be a little bit unfair advantage. So if you get it wrong, it's just 0 right there. But if you do get it correct, get yourself the amount of points of how many you have. So like for example, the 100 point question, if you get it correct, you get 100 points. But on the 200 point question, if you get it wrong, you'll still get 100 points anyway. So only on the specific category what you have. And at the very end, tally up your results and see what you have. If you get all answers correct, let me know in the comment section down below and see what you have. And let me know the results, because I think I'll be putting myself a little bit of a podium spot in this one, but I think I might do some idea changes. But I'm just going to say right now anyway, if you get all answers correct, you're a pro veteran of Pixel Gun 3D. If you get... what's a good one? If you get half of the answers correct, still a pro veteran, but I'll say a standard, classic Pixel Gun player. But if you get all of them wrong, then I'm willing to help you guys out with a little bit more of knowing some knowledge of Pixel Gun 3D stuff. So yeah, if you get the questions all wrong, I'm willing to help you guys out on some knowledge. If you get half of them correct and half of them wrong, you're still a Pixel Gun 3D veteran, but still more on the classic. But if you get all of them correct, you're definitely a honored Pixel Gun 3D veteran. So anyways, I'm going to turn my camera off, because if I put my camera on top of either the top left or top right, one of the actual category spots will not be shown, but you'll still see the points. So I'm just going to turn my camera off and move over to the tab of where I'm going to show you guys anyway. Just give me one quick second. I may have to edit this out and turn myself to a transition. Okay. So for starters, our categories we have today are weapon rarities. There will be a specific type of weapon you need to figure out what the rarity is. Elite weapon challenges. You have to figure out what weapon that is correspond to a specific type of season, either from the Battle Pass or Pixel Pass it was first introduced, and you completed all the elite challenges and you attained it. Weapon number. There will be a specific weapon in that category, but you have to figure out what iconic gallery number is correspond to that weapon. Battle Pass / Pixel Pass season names. There will be a specific type of season, like a specific number season, like for example, the second season introduced in this specific year, like the second season in 2018. You gotta figure out what that specific name is for me right there. And finally, sets, lottery, van, and event weapons. There will be a wide array of weapons. You guys have to figure out which category that has correspond to those weapons. So anyways, we are going to begin with weapon rarity 100 for only this column. And remember, keep an eye on your score. If you get it correct, earn that amount of points you have. If you get it wrong, you'll still get 0, but remember to keep an eye on your score. First up would be the weapon rarities for 100, and don't worry, you get yourself 5 seconds to pause it. But it seems a little bit more sly, but I'll give you guys 10 seconds anyway to figure it out. So anyways, weapon rarity for 100. Pixel Gun. What rarity is Pixel Gun? Time is up. The correct answer is common. Next up for the weapon rarities for 200, Circus Cannon. The correct answer is Epic. I thought to myself, I thought it was going to be the rare category, but it was actually the epic category. I did have to look up some research anyway, because most of these weapons I never touched for quite some time anyway. Moving right along is the weapon rarity for 300 points, Impulse Sniper Rifle. What category is it? The answer we were looking for is Legendary. At the start of level 1, you'll give yourself a chance of getting this weapon anyway, but I think it's either like level 1 or level 3 for a legendary weapon in the sniper category, which is the Impulse Sniper Rifle. Next up is the 400 points for weapon rarities. Plasma Pistol and Hot Plasma Pistol. What rarity are they? The correct answer is rare. This one was a little bit tricky over here anyway, because Plasma Pistol and Hot Plasma Pistol, they both are twins, but Hot Plasma Pistol has burning effect, while Plasma Pistol does not. But their category are still the same for the rarities. That one's a little bit tricky though. Finally, for the weapon rarity for 500 points, the Katana. And in parentheses, I know there's 2 different types. I need the newer version of the Katana. What rarity is it? The correct answer is Mythical. It was first rare at the time for the older version, but it was slightly changed into Mythical from the Pixel Gun 3D Anniversary season, I think it was. Or I think it was some type of like revamped season or whatever it is for the lottery that had 3 other types. Which was Katana was one of them, the other one was Invader, and the last one was Sakura. And that is it for the weapon rarities. Next up is the Elite Weapon Challenges. Starting off with 100 points. This Elite Challenge weapon can be obtained in the Operation Snow season. The correct answer is Tactical Knife. This was, I believe, the very first introduction of an Elite Challenge weapon in the Operation Snow season. Because previously before, it still had the same usual standard like avatars or gliders and whatnot, not gliders, trails and whatnot, and other like battle shovels included. But they did change it a little bit to be only just obtain a specific type of weapon from the Elite Challenges. Next up for the 200 points, this weapon can be obtained and completed in the Game Developer Season. And the answer is Killer Cord. This one could be a little bit tricky because there's 2 different types of seasons with the actual developers in it, which is either Game Developer Season or the Community Season. But sometimes those ones get a little bit mixed up, but definitely remember which ones are which anyway. Next up is the 300 points category. This weapon can be obtained and completed in the Christmas rescue season. This one right here, I did myself a live stream on this one, and for this, I completely spaced out and didn't realize that my answer was shown blank. But I did have to look it up anyway, real quick. And I know it's not cheating because I made this anyway. The correct answer is Summon Dagger. I know it's supposed to be Summons Dagger, but I'm supposed to be Summon Dagger, but I will definitely allow that anyway. But anyways, the correct answer is Summon Dagger, because I forgot to put the answer in this one, but it was shown blank when I did myself a live stream on this one, so I finally got that fixed. Next up is the 400 points category for the Elite Weapon Challenges. This weapon can be obtained and completed in the Easter season. Not to be confused with the Cyber Easter season, but the actual main Easter season, the answer was Carrot Crossbow. This one's probably the best looking sniper category for this one, anyway, for Carrot Crossbow, because of its critical damage ability. Finally is the Elite Weapon Challenges for 500 points. These two weapons can be obtained and completed in the Halloween season. These two weapons were the very first introduction from this Halloween season, way back in 2017 or 2018. I think it was believed 2018 or 2019, I'm not sure which. I don't know why it says 2017. I think it was around 2018, and those two weapons are Oppressor of Lives and Sword of Silence. The very first two weapons in the Elite Challenge categories in the Halloween season. Next up is the weapon numbers for 100 points. Remember, for the weapon number, there will be a specific type of weapon. You have to figure out what number that is correspond to. Project Red Button. What number is it? The correct answer is 962. Now remember, if you pay attention and think very carefully on some of these weapons, you'll figure out some of them could be way older in the past, or way older in the future, or coming a little bit closer into the past. Next up is the 200 points, Leader's Best Friend. The correct answer is 1,180. Way a little bit closer at the time, and I believe this one was the Elite Challenge spot for the Cyber Easter season in the 2024, I think it was like 2024. Next up is the 300 point category for weapon numbers, Nunchucks. Nunchucks is a way older update when it was first introduced. It is number 203, way back in the future. Way back in the future when it was still like Pixel Gun Classics at the time. 400 point category for weapon number, Incinerator. What number is it? Incinerator is almost a closer equivalency to Project Red Button, with the number we're looking for is 923. It was around in the 900 categories. 900 category gallery number sets, to be more specific of anyway. Finally is the 500 point question for weapon numbers, Turbo Pistols. The correct answer is 161, way back in the future when it was still a Pixel Gun Classic at the time. Moving right along, we have our Battle Pass / Pixel Pass season names. Now remember, there will be a specific type of number, like I said, the second season in 2018. You gotta figure out the specific name of that season. And I did go through the actual wiki and whatnot, because there was a list of each specific years of either the Battle Pass in order or the Pixel Pass seasons in order as well too. So just be very careful of what it actually means anyway, but I did make it more specific for you guys. The very first Battle Pass season in 2018. Way back in 2018, the very first Battle Pass season, before they had the update of the 15.2.0 update, where they removed all homing missile weapons like the Nanobots rifle, the Bee Swarm spell, the Resurrection, Smart Bullet Bazooka, and Judge. And there's one other one, Swarmer. For this one right here is the Phoenix season. The actual season it was first introduced, because in the actual profile icon, when you enter into the actual season, shows the Phoenix. But after that, they did some changes, and now it's a robot named Robbie. Next up is the 200-point question. The 8th season introduced in 2019. The correct answer is Arcade Season. This one could be a little bit tricky though, but remember, in the specific year is the one you want to pay attention for anyway. So that could be a little bit tricky for this type of category anyway. Next up is the 300-point question. The 4th season introduced in 2020. For this season right here was my very first introduction of me obtaining my very first Battle Pass, which was the Anime Season, Volume 1. Way back in 2020 is when I finally got myself a chance to obtain a Battle Pass, because I was still been grinding Battle Pass tickets at the time. And still pretty good for me to achieve them anyway, and I was really happy about it. So Anime Season is the correct answer for the 4th season introduced in 2020. Next up is the 400-point question. The 7th and final Battle Pass season, right before they changed the name to Pixel Pass season in 2021. The correct answer is the Egyptian Season. So from this one right here, the Egyptian Season was the final Battle Pass season before they had to do the revamp and change the name to Pixel Pass. After the Egyptian Season was done, they changed the name to becoming Pixel Pass Season and did a whole lot of revamp changes to actual progressions to that actual season. Next up is the 500 category question for Battle Pass / Pixel Pass season names. The 2nd Pixel Pass season in 2022. This season right here was a little bit more on the annoying one because of 2 weapons, which is the Bubblegum Sniper Rifle and the fake pistol for the Elite Challenge weapon. And that is the Earth Guardian season. It's still pretty fun and all, but the only downside is that the Sniper Rifle slows down with a big radius around the enemies when fired at it. And the other one is the fake pistol with the shotgun type, and with the scope has a laser ability and the hologram as well too, to make a very lucky triple jump. Finally, we have are the set, lottery, van, and event weapon category. Now remember, there will be a list of weapons. You gotta figure out which category that belongs to for these weapons. Here we go. Liquid X1, Eliminator X2, Pursuer X3. What category do these weapons belong to? And the correct answer is lottery, not sets. I thought to myself, I thought there were set weapons, but they're actually lottery weapons. Next up is the 200 category. Block shotgun, block flamethrower, block rifle. What category do they belong to? If you guys thought to yourself that they were lottery weapons, it's actually the sets weapons. The lottery weapons for these ones were actually the plastic army lottery ones, which has the plastic rifle, the plastic bazooka, and the plastic carbine or carabin. But block shotgun, block flamethrower, and block rifle were actually from the actual specific sets for these ones anyway. Next up is a 300 category. Project Dolphin, Project Rapid Flock, and Project Marlin. What category is it? The correct answer is the van. You can find these in the Trader Van weapons when it was first introduced in the Atlantis Season Battle Pass. Next up is the 400 category. Spirit Exorcist and Wealth Distributor. Which category do they belong to? If you guys thought that they were set weapons or van weapons, way off, unfortunately. They were actually the event weapons. I think I actually did myself an oopsie if I said if they were either set weapons or van weapons. Well, no, I did say it right. Yeah, if you guys thought it was actually set weapons or van weapons, it was actually the event weapons, which I believe it was during the Cyber Easter season, I think it was, or some other type of Chinese New Year season. I can't remember which one it is exactly, but the actual correct answer is the event weapons. Finally is the 500 category, and then we're moving on to the Double Jeopardy category. Secret PG Archives and Block Eye. Which category do they belong to? The correct answer is sets. I thought to myself, I thought they were actually the lottery ones, but they're actually not. They're actually the actual sets included. Alright, that's all for this part 1 section right here, but now we're going to move to Double Jeopardy, and remember, the double ones are actually more double points. Or actually not technically double points, but they're actually even more points included. So for this one right here, we have is Weapon Initial Release. For this category, there will be a specific type of weapon. You gotta figure out what initial release date was introduced. Campaign level names. There will be a specific type of level, but you have to figure out what campaign area that is correspond to. Like for example, you're in Pixelated World, you had to figure out what specific level, and you had to figure out what specific level name is correspond to that specific campaign level. Guess the weapon's attributes. There will be a specific list of effects, and the category will be your little hint right there for you to figure out what actually that weapon is. Armory weapons unlocked. There will be a specific type of weapon category at the very last section of where the actual name is anyway for it. And finally is gallery set. There will be a specific type of list of weapons You need to figure out what specific type of gallery set name that's correspond to those list of weapons. First up would be the weapon's initial release with the 600-point question. Holy Shotgun. What was the initial release date for this weapon? The correct answer was the 16.8.0 update. This was from the Halloween season, I believe, with the dual crossbows included. Next up, the 700-point question. Fake pistol. The correct answer is the 22.2.0 update. And I believe I did myself a little bit of a cheat sheet right there for you guys. Because when I said the Earth Guardian season had the bubblegum sniper rifle and the fake pistol for the Elite Challenge ones, that was a little bit of a dead giveaway right there for you guys anyway. So the correct answer was the 22.2.0 update. Next is the 800 category, a question. Portable Gift Factory. The correct answer is the 15.7.0 update, which was still around the Christmas time at the time. Next up is the 900 category question. Propitator, or Perpetrator, not sure how to pronounce that name. The correct answer is 15.9.0 update. Just only 2 previous updates ago for the Portable Gift Factory, where it was the 15.7.0 update, while this one here was the 15.9.0 update for the Operation Snow season. Lastly is the 1,000-point question. Secret Forces Rifle. The correct answer is the 10.0.0 update. This is really a way older version of Pixel Gun 3D when it was first introduced. This was really good memories at the time, but as soon as it progressed through, it had a little bit of nerfs at the time, but it's still pretty good. Next up is the campaign level names. Remember, there will be a specific type of world with a specific level number. We have to figure out what that specific level number is for the name. Pixelated World Level 3. What is that name of that level? If you guys thought it was meant by Pixelated World, it's actually the actual specific world you're in, but you have to figure out what the actual level name was it in that specific level. And that was City. Pixelated World Level 3, I believe, was the third... No. Is it the third? No, it was actually the very first one. So it was Pixelated, then the other one, then the other one, then the fourth one. Okay. So yeah, Pixelated World will be your very first starting level or whatnot, where you had to go into the actual specific level of level 1, then 2, then level 3 was the city. Next up is the 700-point question. Pixelated World Level 8. The correct answer is Area 52. This one was a little bit more of a huge, issue at the time, and I believe a whole lot of stuff, but the correct answer was Area 52. The $800... Why do I keep saying $800? The 800-point question. Block World Level 4, so we changed specific worlds, but what is the level name of that specific world? The name is Winter Island. Not to be confused with the Sandbox Winter Island, but the actual campaign level of this one right here. The $900. Why I kept saying nine? Why I kept saying dollar? The 900-point question for this one. Crossworlds level 5. The correct answer is not an actual specific type of wording, but it was hard to understand it, but it was only just question marks. Because you'll get yourself inside a virtual reality headset with a whole lot of inside the codes with the weird bugs and glitches. So the actual answer name was just only question marks included. Finally, the 1,000 points question right here. Virtual World level 4. The correct answer was, and I will definitely allow this one as well too. If you guys thought it was a parkour world, I'll definitely allow that. But it was actually Jump Box was the main answer. If you guys said parkour, I will definitely allow that, and you guys will get yourself 1,000 points if you guys got it correct. Next up for this category is guess the weapons attributes, aka like abilities and whatnot, and effects. So remember, this one right here, there'll be a specific type of attributes, and you have to figure out what weapon is that. You have to figure out what weapon that specific attributes are included with that one, and your hint will be a specific category on this one. It's a melee weapon. It has blindness and it slows down the target. What weapon is it for this melee type weapon? The correct answer is Pharaoh the Third Breath. This one was from the Egyptian Season Battle Pass. You can find this in the Trader's Van. Next up is the 700-point question. Single shot, wall break, shield penetration, and scoped. It's a backup category weapon. What is this weapon? The correct answer is Piercer. This one you can find in the Ultimatum Adept set from the Community Season Battle Pass. And I believe one of these 4 options, I think it was Scoped, which a hidden ability. It was either that or Wall Break. I'm not sure which anyway for it. Next up is the 800-point question. Automatic, piercing shot, kill targets explode. Its hidden abilities is poison and area damage. It's a primary category. What is this weapon? The correct answer is Goo Substance Rifle. You can find this in the actual specific season. I'm not sure what the season is, but it was first introduced with a new mode, which was called Monster Hunter or something. What it is, or like Monster Siege or whatever it is. I can't remember the name of the mode. It's not a clan one, but it's like a specific type of like new minigame game modes or whatever it is. But the answer is Goo Substance Rifle. Next up is the 900-point question. Rockets, poison, piercing shot. It's a special category. What is it? The correct answer is Acid Cannon. This one could be a little bit tricky, but you gotta remember for the rockets and the actual category, sometimes for rockets could be in the heavy category section, but that one could be a little bit tricky, but you have to pay very close attention to what they are. Last one is the 1,000-point question. Charge shot, scope, piercing. It's a sniper category. What is it? The correct answer is actually shown on the specific type of charge shot. It is the charge rifle. This one could be a little bit tricky because I know there would be a whole lot of specific type of snipers in this one. But I think this one was the very first introduction of a charge shot included for the sniper category in this one. Next up is the armory weapons unlocked. There will be a specific type of level in that category. You have to figure out what that is correspond to that weapon. Like the very final level upgrade before you reach max level for your character. So anyways, 600 point question for this one. Level 65 primary weapon. What is it? And this one could be really easy, and I'm hoping most of you guys got this one. It is Neutron Pulsator. Definitely the best one of all because of its fire rate and its mobility, which is 100 on both of them anyway. But definitely, Neutron Pulsator is the correct answer for the level 65 primary weapon. Level 44 backup. The correct answer is Dual Hawks. Not to be confused with the Golden Eagles. And I know most people will probably say Pizza Heater as well too, but I did go through more of the listings anyway. Because when you look through the actual weapons that you have not crafted yet, Pizza Heater won't be unlocked until level 50, and that's a backup one. But the actual armory I want to look at is the actual final max level spot where they reach an endpoint cap on anyway. So level 44 backup is Dual Hawks for the correct answer. Next is the 800 point category. Level 51 special. The correct answer is Death Claws. This one could be a little bit tricky as well too because it's the same cousin as Portable Gift Factory. And there's one other one as well too. I think it was called Trapper, I believe. Yeah, Trapper. Next up is the 900 point category. Level 49 Sniper. The correct answer is Supercharged Rifle. Not to be confused with the actual charge rifle, but the Supercharged Rifle is a cousin of the Electroblast Rifle, or the Electro Rifle to be more specific anyway. Finally is the 1,000 point question for the Armory's weapons unlocked. Level 54 Heavy. The correct answer is Energy Drill. This one can be a little more challenging at first because if most people thought it was Piranha, I will definitely allow that, but definitely won't, unfortunately. But the actual answer was Energy Drill because I believe Piranha you can be found in level 52 or 53, I believe. Finally, for this category is Gallery Sets. There will be a list of weapons. You have to figure out that specific set name for that gallery. Alligator, Hippo, Tiger, and Pitbull. What is the gallery set name for all these weapons? The correct answer is Deadly Dolls. Next up, Cursed Staff, Wizard Wand, Ghost Lantern, Swords of Shadows. What is the actual set name for these weapons? The answer is Ghost and Shadows. There will be a little bit of a little clue hint right there for you guys anyway, for Ghost and Shadows included in this one. Next up is the 800 point category. Balloon Cannon, Mr. DJ, Hockey Stick, bouquet, snowball, cupid's bow, firework launcher. What is the said name for these ones? There's been a whole lot of rumors on this when you're playing Sandbox in Pixel Gun 3D. The answer is Pro Dater. There's been a whole lot of stuff going on with that stuff anyway, and I don't know why people are still doing them anyway, and it's just more like a chatting process for that anyway. Anyways, moving on to the 900-point question. Golden Friend, Power Claw, Spark Shark, Candy Baton. The correct answer is Mr. Lucky. This one was a very good old classic at the time because for this one you have yourself like a lucky chest, but after that they did have to remove the lucky chest and whatnot, and you can only get these ones obtained from the lottery, unfortunately, or you can actually get them with your coupon exchanges for only like 1,000 coupons. And finally is the 1,000 points, and for this one right here, I'll probably turn it up a little bit for this one to be a daily double. So for this one, you need to wager how many points you have right here, and if you get it correct, double that amount with what you just wagered anyway. Automatic Peacemaker, Toy Bomber, Razor Thrower, Solar Power Cannon, Crystal Laser Cannon, Mega Destroyer, Snowball Gun, Avalanche, Predator, Armageddon, Apocalypse. What's the name for all of these weapons I just called out? The correct answer is the Pixel Gun Classic. The good old classic Pixel Gun 3D at the time had all of these weapons introduced. And it was pretty fun at the time, but there were some slight changes. Only one of these right here couldn't be obtained anymore. Well, technically two of them actually. Razor Thrower and Mega Destroyer, they're pretty hard to get when they removed them from the armory at the time. Anyways, that's the double Jeopardy right there. And now we're going to move on to the final Jeopardy. And for this one, the category is My Pixel Gun Story. So what you guys want to do is that you want to make sure you wager how many points you have right now. You can bet it all if you like, or just bet how much you have remaining. And remember, for the scoring I said, if you get all answers correct, you are a honored Pixel Gun veteran. If you get half correct and half wrong, still part of the Pixel Gun honor team, but also more of a classic. If you get it all wrong, I am willing to help you out with a whole lot of knowledge and whatnot for a whole lot of information of when it was first introduced or where to obtain these weapons anyway. Anyways, move on to the Pixel Gun story for myself anyway. In Godston's Pixel Gun 3D Weapon Tier List Part 4 and his Pixel Gun story on YouTube, he said this weapon was the OG and OP weapon. He never achieved that during the second Battle Pass season, but got the skin from the reworked Pixel Pass and bought the main weapon from it for a limited time. You got 30 seconds? Good luck. Time is up. Make sure you guys have your actual answers and make sure how much you guys wager your points in. For this specific weapon right here, this one was really a tricky, well, not technically tricky, but more like a every single time I always say this weapon to my friends and whatnot. But this one right here is like really the most like OP weapon of all because it was a very first introduction with a new attribute included. And that is the Ultimatum. Ultimatum was the very first introduction to a primary shotgun wall break weapon. It was really good at the time. They did have a little bit few nerfs, but this right here will still be the OG and OP weapon category in this one. And that right there will conclude the actual Pixel Gun 3D Jeopardy trivia. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this was really fun and all, but hopefully let me know, you guys, in the comment section down below how many points you guys had in total and see how you guys did. Like I said one last time, if you got all questions correct, Pixel Gun 3D veteran. If you get half correct and half wrong, still a Pixel Gun veteran, but also more of a classic. And if you guys got all of it wrong, do not worry. I'm willing to help you guys out with a whole lot of knowledge and information of when it was first introduced or where it can be obtained. And that would conclude this session right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye, Lightning Strike.